It's getting harder and harder and harder.
We got the Eagles. We got the Sixers. Philly talk.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is Philly Talk. For those of you who are new to the channel, love talking Eagles football or Sixers basketball, go right ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, if you never want to miss any of these videos, click that little bell by the subscribe button for post notifications. Now, if you've been rocking with me for a minute, old subscriber, new subscriber, and you want to help this channel grow, smash that like button. What that does is it pushes this content to other Philly fans, whether it be Sixers fans or Eagle fans. With that being said, let's jump into today's content. The Sixers come off another loss on the road. We continue to struggle on the road, losing to the Hawks 117 to 127 to now drop to 9-16 on the road. Yes, you heard me right. 9-16 on the road. No good. No good. Not many playoff teams go 9-16 on the road. We definitely have to correct this ASAP. Before I talk about anything else, I want to give credit to Trae Young. The boy got a career high in assists against the Philadelphia Sixers, dropping 39 points with 18 assists, which, like I said, is his career high. And part of the reason he had 18 assists is because in the first quarter, all the way down to the minute mark, every basket the Hawks scored, whether it be Trae Young did it or Trae Young assisted, he was a part of every basket in almost the first quarter via assist or scoring himself. The defense this game was very sloppy. And when I say sloppy, not as much on the perimeter, but down low, we had no defense. No defense in the paint. It looked like Lob City. It was a lob here, a putback there. Lob, putback, lob, putback. There was nobody playing defense in the paint. Now let's talk about this pick and roll defense because that had me frustrated all game. All game. Now, I do got to say, Trae Young is one of the best point guards when it comes to the pick and roll offense. Him and John Collins are pretty damn good at that pick and roll. But, come on. Like, did you watch it? They go off the pick and roll. Either both the defenders are coming up to Trae Young, and he's just lobbing it up to a wide open guy in the paint. Either catching the lob, coming back down and going right back up. But nobody's in the vicinity. Nobody. Or off the pick and roll, they drop back, the guy's in the paint, and Trae Young's like, you want me to shoot it? Fine. You know, like, it was horrible pick and roll defense. Then you got a guy like Vince Carter in his second quarter. Vince Carter, yes, he still plays in the NBA. I mean, he used to play with Kobe Bryant when Kobe was in his prime. And now he's playing still in the NBA, scoring 8 points against the Sixers defense in a quarter. Back-to-back three-pointers, or not back-to-back, but 2 big three-pointers. And I'm telling you, he did a signature Kobe Bryant fadeaway. Bang. Like, he's like 40-something years old, and he's killing us. Some of these games, you know, it's just not your night. It's a make-or-miss league, and they were making them. Let's talk about what the Sixers did from the field. They shot 46.3% from the field and 29% from the three-point line. A little bit lower than our average. We normally average in the 30s, like 33 to 35 from the three-point line. But the one thing I can say positive from this is we only shot 31 threes. We were 29%, like I said, but 9 of 31. A couple weeks ago, we were shooting 43, 47 three-pointers, and Bret had the audacity to, after the game, and said, well, we shot 30-something%, so why not shoot 50? This team is not built to shoot 53s. This team is built to score down low, score off the pick and roll, drive to the basket, create shots, mid-range. That's what we're about. Now, we can attempt 33s. You got to keep the defense off balance. And there's days that we get hot from three-point line and shoot close to 40%. But 53s? Come on, Bret Brown. Be serious. Let's talk about the bench. Raw Neto, coming off a great big game he had. I think he scored 19 points a couple of days ago. Big zero. He plays 20 minutes in this game and goes 0 for 6. Korksma, who normally, comes in and gets us some big buckets off the bench, he struggled. He played 21 minutes and shot 0 from 7. So you got Neto and Korksma combined for 41 minutes. 0 for 13 they were. 0 for 13. Let's circle back to Neto. The one thing I really don't like Neto that much, but when a point guard is in the game, we see the best out of Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is a point forward. He can run the ball. He can run in transition. He can run on the fast break. He can get the ball and go. He can throw some dimes to people. I get all that. That's why Bret Brown has him playing point guard. But when you have a point guard on the court and the spacing is created evenly, Ben Simmons, he's a deadly slasher, deadly at catching oops, deadly at, just finding an open spot, getting the ball and going, not coming to the top of the key, standing there, picking up his dribble and handing the ball off to either Tobias Harris, Josh Richardson, or something like that. When we are in the half-court situation, Ben Simmons just hands the ball off and then just goes somewhere. That's when he gets out of the picture, and that's when he's not aggressive. I'm a firm believer that Ben Simmons has to shoot the ball 10-plus times a game. 10 or more shot attempts. He's too good of a player to have less than 10 shot attempts. A couple days ago, against the Toronto Raptors, he was 5 of 7. He cannot just shoot 7 shot attempts. He can't. Especially when Embiid wasn't there. But tonight, Ben Simmons shot the ball 15 times. He was aggressive, and that's what I like to see out of Ben Simmons. But let's stay at Raw Neto for a second. I like when someone of that nature is on the court because it opens Ben Simmons' game up. But I do not understand. I cannot wrap my brain around the fact that Bret Brown refuses to play Trey Burke. Refuses to play Trey Burke. DNP. Trey Burke should get that tatted on his chest. Do DNP. I don't know. I don't know what Trey Burke did, but he needs to get in the game. He's better than Raw Neto. He's just better than Raw Neto. But let's talk about the referees. I'm a firm believer that the refs are going to miss some calls. You just got to get over it. But I think there were bad calls on both teams. The Sixers and the Hawks combined for 82 free throw attempts. 82 free throw attempts. I don't sit down on the couch and turn on an NBA game to watch 82 times people going to the line just shooting free throws. That's not what I'm trying to watch an NBA game for. 82 free throw attempts. The Sixers shot 45 free throw attempts and made 32. So they missed 13 free throw attempts. That's 13 points we left on the board. While the Hawks were, out of 37 free throw attempts, they made 32. So they only missed 5. So in a game where it's a close game, because it was going back and forth, the Sixers did have the lead, only by 4. The Hawks' biggest lead was 16. That's a shame. The Hawks' biggest lead was 16. But anyways, in the fourth quarter, it was back and forth. And in these games, you need to get that kind of stuff. You need to win the free throw battle, and you got to win the turnover battle and points off turnovers. We won the turnover battle, but we didn't do nothing with the ball when we got them. We created 16 turnovers against the Hawks. And on them 16 turnovers, we scored 7 points. The Hawks, on the other hand, created only 12 turnovers, but scored 21 points off them 12 turnovers. So, 7 points off the turnovers, missed 13 threes. 13 free throws, sorry about that. They only missed 5 free throws and scored 21 off the turnovers, and that's the ball game right there. It shouldn't be like that against a 13-win team, but on the road, we're a 9-win team on the road. We're not that much better on the road. Remember, 9 of 16. 9 and 16. I can't fathom saying that record for the Sixers, but that is our road record. Now, at home, the Wells Fargo Center gets bumping. I don't know what it is. I understand it's different. You don't got the crowd behind you. That Philly crowd is pretty cool. But dang, like night and day? But let's just go over this before I end this video. Ben Simmons, 10 of 15. Got to shoot more than 10 shots for 31 points. Joel Embiid, 8 of 14, 21 points, 14 rebounds. Tobias Harris, 6 of 15 for 21 points. And I want to give a special shout out to Shake Milton. That boy has stepped up in the absence of Josh Richardson. played his best game of the season. 7 of 12 for 27 points and 5 of 9 from the three-point line. Pretty hot from downtown. As you've seen, when he was getting it going, he was creating space for Joel Embiid. If you got a guard who can shoot the ball, come on, Ben, shoot the ball. But when you got a guard who can shoot the ball and the ball's in his hands, it creates space for Joel Embiid. We all know Al Horford didn't play. I thought with Al Horford being out, we can see a lot more spacing. You know, the Hawks are a fast-paced team. I thought we should be able to go in there and beat the Hawks. But we didn't. I'm a firm believer that Al Horford should come off the bench. Al Horford should come off the bench. Matisse Thybulle should start. He'll be good with the second unit. We'll have spacing. We won't have 3 guys in the paint who need to score in the paint. Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, and Al Horford. And then if you want to keep Ben Simmons in the paint, then you got to keep Al Horford and Joel Embiid at the three-point line willing to shoot threes. I just don't like it. It's an ugly-looking offense. The Sixers have enough talent on this team to really win against good teams. But we also can lose against bad teams. That's coaching. If you can beat good teams because you're talented, but lose against bad teams, with that same talent, it's coaching. It comes down to coaching. With all that being said, I want to show you I had big faith in the Sixers, and so I'm big with FanDuel betting. That's DFS fantasy. You pick your team with a cap spending, cap room, whatever, cap space, and you bet money. And so take a look at my team. I had both Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. Trae Young really went off, but take a look at this. $40, $200. The other day, I bet $100, won $500. So let me know if you're into this, thing. We can get some DFS talking too when it comes to basketball. With all that being said, thank you for watching. If you like this content, smash that like button and leave me a comment. What did you think about the defense in this game? And what did you think about the fact that we cannot win on the road? Let me know what you thought about this game in the comment section. You know what time it is. We out.